So the question today is, when do I opt for one of REL's awesome wireless systems? These are zero compression, they're very fast, very dynamic, natural sounding. And when should I stay with hardwired? The simple version is intrinsically hardwired is better until you get to fairly long lengths. Now, the 10 meters that we supply, which is roughly 33 feet for those of us who are not in the metric system, they work extremely well. There's not a lot of delay to them, about 2 milliseconds, something like that total. So then the question becomes, when do I go to wireless? Is it a speed thing? And the answer is sometimes, but a lot of this is based on practicality. I'll give you an example. You have a home theater. Let's say for just a moment that you've got a stereo pair of RELs and you have a center channel and a rear channel. This is a big 3D based system, REL 3D. So what would I do in a system like that? Well, generally speaking, the main subs, the left-right mains, are going to be hardwired. I think that most people who are going to go to the extent to do left and right stereo subs in a big theater like that can go back and forth between music and home theater are going to make the effort to get those connected up hardwired. Maybe they'll use baseline blue to get the utmost, depends on what level you're doing it at. But let's go to the center channel. How does that connect up? Well, the best way to do it in most cases is to simply take the existing, we give you this, free, cut it down to length once you've figured out exactly where you're going to put it. Now, same system. In the opposite right-hand corner, you have, let's say, a T9X in the back rear corner. And that's what's connected up, full range, right? You've got really good surrounds, you've really thought about this, you know how to lay it out of theater, things are set to large or full, and you've got that 9X back there with a 0.1 that's going to need to be connected as well. And you start going, well, this is going to be a bit of a pain. You know, the equipment cabinet that houses all the electronics driving this is right over here behind some drapes and things in a closet behind the wall that my screen is mounted to. That's going to be really expensive and painful to have somebody run cable, say 40 feet to go all the way up behind. You're going to have baseboards you've got to remove. So this can become a very expensive exercise. Or you could have hooked up something like this. If it's a big S or reference-based system, you could have connected up this Airship 2, just had the antenna on the back of this thing sticking up, and give it a shot straight back to the rear corner. If it's a really crowded theater, if you're going to really have 15 or 20 people in it, mount the antenna, mount the Airship transmitter up high in the dark and have it beam line of sight back over to the REL in the opposite corner, where this will receive it, pick up the signal, decode it, and feed it directly into the sub. So some of these things are just real problem solvers.